Hello, kindergarten. Today for math, we are going to be talking about a couple of number games that you can play with your family at home. Okay. Well, the first one is called Bunny Hop. With our B, bunny, H, hop, bunny hop. Okay. And think about what do bunnies do? They hop. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do, you're going to have to create some things at home. Okay. You're going to need to create a number line first. So you'll need to get a piece of paper. If you can either just leave it on the paper the way it is, or you can cut the paper into a strip. If you want to make your number line even bigger, to go up to bigger numbers like 20, you could cut 2 strips and tape them together. And then draw your line. If you want it to be straight, use your ruler. Okay? And then you're going to put your numbers on there. I did 1 to 10. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10 on my number line. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a couple of little bunnies. Okay. Now you can use anything you want. You can use 2 pennies if you have 2 people who are playing the game. You could draw a little bunny. Okay. Give it some little bunny ears and a little cute nose and cut it out. Okay, get 2 little bunnies for your 2 players. Okay, and what you're going to do, your choice, how you want to do it. Okay, and the last thing you're going to need as a material is you're going to need either a die. That means think about dice that you roll for a game. So if you have another game that has dice in it, take one of those. It's called a die. Okay, and you'll use that to roll so you know how many hops to go. Okay, if you don't have any dice in your house, you can also just take some little pieces of paper and write the numbers. Take 6 little pieces of paper and write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One number on each of those. So like this. A little piece of paper with a 1, with a 2, all the way up to 6. Okay. And you'll take those and you'll turn them over so you can't see what number it is. Mix them up. And then you'll just draw one of those to know how many hops to go. Okay. Now, however many players you have, let's say we have 2 players, both of them are going to put their marker, which I mean their little penny or the little bunny that you drew, they're going to put it on the first number, 1. So I'll put my marker right here. I'll pretend I'm playing. Okay. So there I am. And let's say I roll my die and I, on my die, get a 5. I'm going to jump 5 more hops. So I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now I'm going to be, actually, let me start over. Instead of starting at the 1, start before the 1 at 0. So even if you didn't draw a 0, start before the 1. So this will be my player. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hop so that 1 will be our first hop. But remember, you have to actually go forward to hop. So I can't just stay on 0. I got to hop forward. Ready? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put my little marker right there. So now I'm on the 5. And let's say the next person, it's their turn. And let's say you're playing with your mom. And she rolls a 3. Okay, she's going to go 3 hops with hers. She'll start at the 0. She'll go 1, 2, 3. And she'll put her marker right there. Now it's your turn again. You're going to roll, and let's say you got a 2. 1, 2. So 5, to go 5 plus 2 hops, you're going to land on the 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay? And you guys are going to keep taking turns, and whoever can go all the way up and then all the way back wins. And when you're trying to get all the way back, let's say you've gotten all the way here. Okay? You have to get the exact number to get back to 0. So if you're at 3 and you get a 5, that's too many hops. you went past 0, you'll have to keep waiting until you roll a 3 or a 2 or a 1 where you can get closer. Okay, so that makes it a little harder. See if you can get all the way up and all the way back. So that's a game called Bunny Hop that will help you practice adding and subtracting your numbers with your hops. Another game you guys can play that'll help you compare your numbers is called Math War. And what you would need for that are some little cards, like you would play a card game, okay, that have the numbers on them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up. And just use the number cards, not the ones that say king or queen. And you'll mix them up, and you'll split up your pile so that you each have half of the pile, and then you'll both turn over a card at the same time. And whoever has the larger number, so if one person flips over a card and they have a 7, and one person flips over a card and they have a 5, okay, the person with the 7 gets to take both of the cards and put them on the bottom of their pile. So they just earned more cards. And you're going to keep going until somebody has all the cards. Now, if you have a tie, that means if both people turned over a 5, you'll both turn over another card to see who has the bigger card. So now this person got an 8, this person got a 4. Oh, this one had more, so they get all 4 of those cards to go on the bottom of their deck. And this is a great way to get used to comparing the numbers, which one's greater or smaller. If you want a challenge, okay, I know some of you want to use bigger numbers, you'll flip over 2 cards each to make a 2-digit number. And you'll try to make the largest 2-digit number you can. So if you flip over a 2 and an 8, you'll want to put those in the different order because you don't want 28, you want 82. That's bigger. So put your 8 first, and then your 2, and then let the other person put their 2 cards out. Let's say this person got a 5 and a 3, so they got 53. Well, which one's greater? 53, 10, 20, 30, 40, 53, or 82? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 is bigger, so then that person would get all 4 cards. So that's a couple of different ways that you can play the games and start practicing your numbers and which one's greater and which one's less. Okay, so have some fun with that today and this week, and I will see you at your next math lesson. Bye.